Okay.
We're going to start recording for YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Happy Sunday. It is the AlfromDtown&Chili442 show. Man, with these killer introductions that I do from free shit I find off YouTube.
Nice job.
I ain't paying no copyright shit, man. Nah. If we start getting paid, and I'm talking about getting paid. Oh, hold on.
Copyright means it's okay to copy, right?
Yeah. So I go to that song. I'm gonna give that dude some props. Hold on. Oh, did I close it? I think I closed it. Anyway, I'll give him props. I know it's a dude that he has a bunch of just intro songs, copyright free, that he's done himself. So
Cool.
shout out to him. And our little intro, like the countdown, that's free too. I like
All
go to
right.
the Dollar General to get this shit. Put this show together.
Big budget here, folks.
Man, we are killing it. Well, anyway, we hope you guys had a great weekend. Tomorrow is Monday, of course. Boo. A lot of us have to go back to work, and it's the first Monday we've worked in, last week was New Year's. The week before was Christmas. So we've had the last couple Mondays off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be, I know it's going to be a long week, so hang in there. Hopefully we can give you a little bit of entertainment. And, man, I think Evan kind of hit me with some stuff like 5 minutes right before we got on. But we do have a couple lists we'll get to, and then we're going to let Evan, because he knows a little bit more about it. And, well, I don't know if you've heard about it or not. I'm kind of sick of seeing it, but the Cat Williams thing, we'll jump on that for a little bit.
Okay.
But we do have a couple lists, Evan. I got 13 etiquette rules people break all the time. 20 songs that should have won a Grammy. And what was the other thing? And 15 foods Oh, okay. Stop lying. It's time to admit that we all hate these 15 foods.
These are interesting. Okay. Etiquette rules I'm curious about.
You want to go with number one?
Oh, I don't know. I was just
Well,
when
we might get to all of them. It just depends on time.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured we probably would hit them all.
Did I say what show we were on?
Is this 104 or 105?
105. 105, baby.
Speaking of, you need to go on YouTube because if you look up our shows, every one of them just says the Alfrom Town&Chili442 show. It doesn't have a number, so
Yeah,
you
you if you click on it,
it will say.
yeah, there's an arrow that you click on, and it's in the description.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, never
it'll
mind.
tell you episode, 104, 105, whatever.
Gotcha.
So these are 13 etiquette. God, why do I pronounce that qua?
It's a tough one for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's that redneck in me. No, toilet. I still go. I use a toilet. I ain't saying toilet. That's. I don't want. See, I gotta kind of watch what I say and how I say it. Because I about said something that probably got me. Don't talk on the phone in public.
Yes.
Loud.
Oh,
It's
I
the
hate it.
loud people that it's like that dude in that Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Yeah, they can hear you. And if you can't, one of you got bad reception, try the phone call back in about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's one of the worst things about living in cubicle land. If people on the phone, like you try to concentrate on something and it's someone's conversation right next to you, right across, or people doing all these meetings from work, so they're sitting there with their headphones on, and it's hard to, yeah. So if someone's doing their thing, you almost have to put plugs in your own ear, put headphones in. Everyone tunes out. I hate listening to people's conversations. I
Yeah.
totally agree.
Oh, well, I mean, because you're hearing bits and pieces, and yeah, it can be, especially like you said, in a work, deal. But number two is pass the food to the right. Man, if you're bougie, who gives a shit about that? Just give me some pizza, mother. When you
That's
when
that's
you
really Emily Post shit right there. That's way up there. Yeah, that's okay.
yeah, that's bougie. That's probably not none of our listeners are gonna. Oh, hold on.
Mm.
This has got to go around. Look, if the dude's sitting to your left, if I'm sitting to your left and I ask you for mashed potatoes and you pass them motherfuckers to the right, I'm going to sit there and look at you like we got a problem.
All the way around the racetrack.
Yeah. And what if there's like 25 people there and they all want some mashed potatoes too? I'm the one that asked for them first.
You're like the guy that didn't get the cake in Office Space.
I get like a little dollar size, like the coin. Yeah, a little dollop of mashed potatoes. I'm busting that dude right in his shit
Yeah.
at the table.
Punch him in the throat. Yeah.
Man, I'm stealing his mashed potatoes. Yeah, I don't know about that. The Chardonnay you brought the host is not for you. See, this is a little bougie. Who's drinking Chardonnay? I don't go to those kind of parties. The kind of parties that I go to usually have a big fire going on, and you walk. In fact, I think my friends would try to fight me if I brought a bottle of Chardonnay to a bonfire.
Well, it's just if you're going to someone's house for dinner and you specifically are interested in drinking that bottle, don't bring it as a gift. Oh, I brought this bottle of wine, and then, well, why
But
don't
I'm-
you go ahead and open it? And then it's like, bring 2 bottles. If that's your deal, then just bring 2 of those bottles.
Yeah, I can see what they're saying. Don't bring a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 and have 3 big old glasses out of it.
Right. Don't bring it if you plan to tear it up. Bring extra.
You gave him the swallow and a little backwash. Your
Yeah.
napkin goes on your chair, not the table.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I do that. My napkin, if I'm at a nice restaurant, my napkin's always in my lap.
You know what I hate is when you go to a nice restaurant, you just get settled in, and the waiter will come and just grab your napkin off your, like we haven't even started anything, and he's already putting your lap, and he makes you look like a complete jackass, like you don't know what you're doing. I hate that, man. It's like, give me a second to get settled in.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put my napkin on my own fucking lap, asshole.
He's tucking it in. I don't think most waiters do that, Evan. I wouldn't go back to that restaurant.
Okay.
Uh, a missed call warrants a return call, not a text. Well, I don't know. If you say, hey, man, I'll call you later. I'm in the middle of something. I think that's okay.
Yeah. And yeah, and I know when that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I
Don't-
would rather reply with a text, but yeah, sometimes you need to call.
And one thing I hate, listen, unless you are pissed off at me, don't ever send me just a K. If you're too lazy to hit the O and the K, because to me that's like K, motherfucker.
It is pretty dismissive, isn't it?
It is. It's very dismissive. So if you do that, just try to work on that this year. Because honestly, people, hey, what's wrong? You know, and you're like, then you don't. You're like, nothing's wrong, you know. But yeah, I hate that K shit. K. It's okay. Well, look, you already got it shortened. It's OKAY. The O and the K already shorten it. How lazy do you got to be to shorten it again? You know what? I was tired of the AY. I dropped that, but now
Yeah, I'm with you.
avoid flagging down the waiter. No, I'm going to disagree. So long as your server's okay. Wait a minute, let me read this. So long as your server is checking on your table reasonably frequently, try to avoid calling them over like a yellow lab. Direct your
Yeah.
most laser focused gaze toward the server's eyes, and they will eventually catch notice. Yeah, that's kind of true. But if you have, like, we went to a nice restaurant for New Year's Eve. Very nice restaurant. The waitress was trash. She was straight, dude. Oh, fucked up almost every drink I had. I sat without a drink in my hand on New Year's.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's why, and we'll talk about it here shortly, that's why the beer sales were down last month.
Huh. The
'Cause
only
that-
thing I can say, don't snap your fingers at a waiter,
And don't whistle.
and don't call out a waiter that's not yours. Like, oh, I need another fork. I'll flag down that waiter. That dude's got tables. He's busy. You're not in his routine. Wait for your own, staff to show up and get
Yeah,
what you need.
but here's the one thing. If you don't say anything to another employee and have them recognize that that waiter or waitress is not doing their job or sucks at it, man, you almost kind of got to. Hey, can you grab my
probably already
waitress?
know.
Send my waitress over. And that's only if you have a horrible service like
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, don't ask them for anything else. You got your own person.
Yeah. I'm
that's
with you
reasonable.
on that one. Number 7 on the list, a no-show is not an RSVP.
True.
I think so too. Crazy as it may seem, the old-timers, like us, some uncultured swine, believe an RSVP is only necessary if you're going to attend an event.
Yeah. try
respond.
to get back to the people, man. People plan food, drinks, all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff, and it's a lot of expense in it. And like Vicky last year, she did a bachelorette party, this tea party, and got the younger girls. They don't know. They threw out so much food and beverage and all that stuff because they thought, oh, we had that people don't show. They just don't get it.
Yeah. I can see that. And especially if money's being spent. And yeah, I could see why. I
Mhm.
never get invited to shit. So I'm good, man. Nobody likes me.
There you go.
Well, they like watching me on the internet, but they don't want to hang out with me and shit. Avoid all translations of "I'm going potty." Yeah, you know what? I don't know. If it depends on where you are and who you're with. Like if I'm with my friends fishing and I say, "Excuse me, gentlemen," I have to. What are you gonna say if you're in the woods? You got to say, "Hey, man, let's pull this
I gotta
boat."
pee.
Yeah, I got to pee. I got to take a leak. I got to drain the lizard. There's so
Most people, if they're just, they say, I need to use the bathroom,
yeah.
and that's a universal. Hey, can I use your bathroom? I need to use the bathroom. You don't have to tell them you got to go drop anchor or anything. You just,
Yeah.
hey, can I use your bathroom?
Hey, I'm dropping the kids off at the pool. Anybody need anything on my way back? I'll be about
Hmm.
25 minutes.
Anybody need a beer?
Order me one. Send a number 9. Send a written thank you. No, not doing that. Yeah,
You
see,
should.
this is kind of like for bougie people, or I should say, people with class. On the other hand, if I ever get married again, I want to be brought down the aisle in a fishing boat. And I want the bride to be standing up there. I think
Build
that
your
would.
little fishing boat on a little red wagon and just
Yes.
pull your ass down the aisle on this
Yes.
little fake boat.
And I
Cool.
step off and like Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top starts playing. And she's crying while I'm walking up there.
Yeah, she's like, what am I thinking?
I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
we'll work on that.
Remove your shades before saying hello, hey, or hey. Eye contact is becoming a lost art. I do agree with that.
I don't know.
In
If
a
it's a
b-
cop, I'm taking my shades
Oh
off.
yeah, yeah.
If not, tough shit.
I agree with you there. If you well, unless it's like midnight and you got your shades on, that might be a time to pull them off before the cop gets up to the door.
No, just leave them on. You're probably better off just to try to snoop your way out of it than to try to
And
show your eyes to the law.
try to find Corey Hart. I wear my sunglasses at night to be blaring by the time he gets up there.
Yeah, you'd be like, okay, Stevie Wonder out of the car.
That would be an iconic situation. You'd go to jail, but I think you get released for about anything. I think you can beat up cops here in the state of Illinois and no bail.
Oh yeah, they're not even U.S. citizens anymore. So what's the matter?
That's true.
Anyway,
Did you hear about the golden noodle in Pennsylvania that chewed up $4,000 in cash off the counter? No, but
a what? A what?
it's a
Poodle?
It's a golden retriever and a poodle. It's a golden
Oh,
noodle.
shit.
Yeah.
Man, they say that Pablo Escobar were losing $1 million a year from mice eating his
Yeah.
just money that he had stacked
Yeah.
up in warehouses.
Um,
Wow, $4,000. You can't turn that into insurance, can you?
No,
Nope, you're
I
fucked.
don't think so. Number 11, don't speak ill of the dead or living. Yeah, you know what? I ain't got nothing bad to say about anybody. You know, even people that maybe I don't agree with or get along with or even, you know, talk to or hang out with anymore. I just, you know, there's no reason to say anything bad about anybody. I think it brings a negative energy.
Well, that's true. There's very few deaths I've ever celebrated, and
Yeah,
I'd
that
say one recently was like Kissinger, but that's at that level. It's no, I would never wish death upon anyone. I would never celebrate anybody's death, unless, they were nasty serial killer or whatever. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah.
It took out my family.
Right, right. Yeah, if you're waiting for somebody on death row or something, yeah, that, you know, like you said, harmed you or your family, yeah, then that's
Yeah, but
different.
for the
But
most part, not live and let live.
you know, I saw the other day that man, maybe I say the other day, but I think it was like the 1st of October or something. One of the kids, one of the very first fights I ever got into, like in 7th or 8th grade or something like that. This guy ended up dying. And I sit there and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? We never got along after that. But I never, I was like, damn, man, he had this many kids, and yeah, I don't care.
Hmm.
I mean, you can't do that. Just live a positive life. I was thinking, we were cool before that fight, and it was over a woman, just like Adam and Eve. Dang women. Number 12, be 5 minutes early. I say 10. If it's for a haircut or an appointment like that, be 10 minutes early. Between 5 and 10. Don't come in there 2 minutes before taking off your coat because, if it's like a haircutting place, most of them people, they're ready for you to they're ready to start cutting your hair at 10:30.
Hmm.
They're not waiting for you to come in and, especially up here where it's cold and we're wearing layers and shit now. And you know how
Yeah.
women got to overdo it with the scarves, the matching mittens, the hat with the fucking ball on it. They're matching Starbucks coffee in their hand.
Okay.
I got a Starbucks story in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Answered the phone like an adult. Evan, this is me and you calling each other.
What up, homie?
If you're still blurting up, "What's up?" from the late 90s Budweiser commercials when you answer the phone, you're probably somebody I'd love to hang with. However, you'd never last in high society. Well, who the
That that
fuck just said I want to be high society? That
that person's still high-fiving too.
man. Yeah, he
High
is.
five.
Hey,
High five.
give it up high, dude. Give it up high.
Uh,
Let's do this one. This is a little shorter than the 20 songs, but I am going to bookmark this because I do want to go to that. 20 songs that should have won a Grammy. I thought that'd be kind of interesting. But we got a little something for Evan to do too, so we're going to do the short one.
okay.
Okay.
What?
This one is Stop Lying. This is 15 foods that we actually hate. Alcohol.
It tastes horrible. Be honest. It's alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a beer, but I mean, I got a glass of tea here too. So it's like, but I don't know. I just wanted a beer.
Sure, but it tastes horrible. I mean, we know it. I was a beer lover for years, but it doesn't have the flavor of a good glass of fruit juice.
True,
I mean,
true.
it's
You're right there. Yeah, it does have a. This one's kind of weird. Bitter, melon, or gourd. Yeah, I'm not big into like the spaghetti squash. I can do spaghetti squash if it's done right, but that's like the only one. I'm not a huge like zucchini guy or I can take
Mm.
that shit or leave it.
Yeah, whatever.
Some beer is nasty.
Mhm.
Coca-Cola. I don't know. I think a good Coke every once in a while. One of my favorite, and you got to get it in a can. You can't get it in this plastic bullshit. You got to get it in an aluminum can. Is a good cold RC. An
Oh yeah.
RC cola. Oh man. Or if you can find it, a big red in a can is
Oh,
amazing.
that was good stuff.
The next one, wedding cakes.
I'm not into cake.
Yeah,
Overrated. So
yeah.
overrated.
I think I'm gonna have
Mm.
like if I ever settle down this bachelor lifestyle of jet setting. Kidding, but yeah, do pies. Everybody loves a good pie.
Mm-hmm. Pumpkin. Love it.
You
Anytime. Anytime. Wedding, fine. I'll take some pumpkin pie. Bust it out any time of the year.
got some
I don't
Cool
care.
Whip,
Yep.
man. I had an argument with somebody the other day. Okay, this one, hash browns. I don't know, man. I love shredded. They got to be shredded like from a cafe.
Yeah. I cook them every morning.
Yeah. But
They're
these,
easier to cook than the patties or whatever. Kind of. I don't know. I
that,
like the shredded ones.
yeah, I do too. Those are the best. Raw oysters. I love them. Uh, uh,
Mm.
this is
That,
this is no surprise because oysters are generally restricted to an elite group or people who have a distinct posh taste. Whatever. I'm as redneck as they get. But I like good oysters, and I can tell if they're fresh. I can tell if they've been frozen.
hmm. Haven't had that much.
Or if you don't like them raw, try get oysters Rockefeller. Very good. I
All right.
love seafood though. This one I gotta agree. McDonald's. Just McDonald's in general. They didn't even pick a sandwich. They said just McDonald's.
Some people love it. I just don't go there.
I don't like it. Now you can't get your order right.
Oh,
You
the
know.
one here in Chillicothe in town. There's the page in town. They're always tearing it up. I mean, I think they've brought in a new manager. It's a disaster. I mean, but
You know
even
what's
besides the service, the food is it's such highly processed stuff that your body just does not need on any regular basis. Like road tripping, I'll do their breakfast stuff. Whatever. But that you don't need that on a regular basis at all. That's just yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, come on, man.
We've talked about Cat Williams earlier. If you listen to his whole spiel about McDonald's potatoes and how toxic they are, they're
Yeah.
special that they have to let these potatoes sit in a warehouse for like a month to like degas the solvents and shit that come off of them, and then they process them. And I'm like, oh, I hope not. I really hope not.
Um, you know what? When I first read this one, I was like, man, who's writing this? But I kind of agree with this. Gourmet burgers. Like, I don't know. And I hate to call them out, but like that Red Robin or whatever it is, where they do
Hmm.
these huge gourmet burgers and everything. And a lot of times they just don't have a lot of taste and they put a lot of shit on them. Almost too much.
I think a lot because our beef's just getting so flavorless these days.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to find a good hamburger. And yeah, and I just want a good hamburger sometimes. It's hard to get. But I'll tell you what, if you're in Decatur area and you're living on the cheap, it's hard to beat a Krekel burger.
Yeah. It really is.
local sourced, and they're the way they crispy with the crispy edges. Man, it's hard. I mean, it's better than any fast food you're going to find in town, and for the price, I'm just saying.
Great hangover cure too.
Wish they had one near me.
I know. Double cheese. I don't know. Listen.
And the malts, the real milkshake malts. I mean, that's the bomb. Sorry, we got a little off subject.
No, you're all right. I think this might be a. I don't mean anything bad by it, but I think these people might be liberal writing this list. A Thanksgiving turkey. Come on, man. You have it once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on. Unless you're having Thanksgiving, unless your family's weird and you're celebrating Thanksgiving every Thursday.
Okay.
So I don't agree with that one.
Yeah, that's a strange
Lobster mac and cheese. Not a fan of it.
one. No, I agree.
I even made it myself, and I did not care for it.
I've had it before. It's overrated. I'd rather have that lobster used in something else.
Yeah, like
Good bisque
like
soup or what.
lobster, and just bring me lobster to the table. Don't put no fucking mac and cheese on it. You can bring me a side of mac and cheese and maybe put some bacon in that, and I'll put some fresh cracked ground pepper on there. But yeah, don't be putting shit in my mac and cheese. I don't want it. I want me. Look, when I take a bite of mac and cheese, I'm not saying, "Oh, this tastes like crab." Why? Just have crab, motherfucker.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, what are you wanting to change shit for? Look, man,
just to do it. Just to do it.
I do a 4-cheese smoked on the grill, and I if somebody came and threw like a handful of chicken in there, I'd kick them out of my barbecue. Or if I see them mixing it, you got to go. You don't fuck around with my macaroni and cheese. The next one on the list is crumble cookies. I don't know what those are. Oh, they're a brand that went viral on TikTok back in 2021.
Crumble cookies.
It self-brands as the world's best cookies. People have tried the cookies, beg to differ.
No kidding.
They say your crumble cookie tastes like your average supermarket cookies and aren't worth the hype or the price.
Yeah, typical.
Buffalo wings. Boo. These people, yeah, they're like eating vegan salads and shit like that. Come on, man. I got wings up in the freezer I'm going to pull out and cook probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm going to cut them. Yeah. I'm going to clean them. And then I'm going to cook them. And then I'm going to fuck them up.
Well, all right.
A caviar. Nobody actually likes caviar. I agree. I think caviar is... It tastes It tastes like seawater. If you've ever swallowed a little seawater, that's caviar.
It's been so long since I've had it, I don't remember. I know I've had it, but at a wedding or something a couple years ago. It was really frou-frou, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Pate. I never really tried pate.
Disgusting. I don't like it.
That's pureed liver. Yeah, you know what? I think I did try it once, and I told somebody, if you ever bring that over to my house again, I'm gonna think of it as an act of violence.
Yeah, it's purified goose liver or something. It's gross.
Butter boards. Butter boards. What is a butter board?
Yes.
It's where they are taking a wooden cutting board and spreading it with butter, and then they put like garlic and olives and scallions and season it, and then you like take bread and shit and just dip it right off the board.
Oh, that's Okay. Interesting.
So that was it on
What is
that.
next?
No, that was it. That was the last one. Butter boards.
Yeah.
It's like a
What will they think of next?
well, probably somebody that likes to do the meat and cheese board was sitting there and was like, "Man, I like having some crackers and butter with my meat and cheese, but hey, instead of using a dish, I'm putting it on my cutting board."
I'll just smear it with butter.
I'm gonna look at somebody if they serve that, and I'm gonna like, "Hey, I want to see how you did this, and did you wear gloves the whole time?" Now, if it's in a restaurant, I can see that. But you go to somebody's house, they went, took a deuce, wiped their butt, and now they're back to spreading your butter on a fucking board. You can't do
It's
that.
it's just odd. It's like butter, meat, cheese. I love all that stuff, but I'm just confused by your presentation. This is just odd. Okay. When in Rome, you know.
Evan, I took a quiz earlier. I got 90% on this quiz, Evan. You have taken a similar quiz in the past and did miserable. I am Irish and Scottish. You are Greek.
Greek and Scottish, yeah.
Can you answer these Greek mythology quiz questions? I scored 90%, Evan. We are going to give you a chance. There's 10 questions. They're pretty simple. Let's see if you can beat the white man. Who looked at his own reflection? Odysseus, Narcissus, Hades, or Zeus?
I would say narcissist would be
What creature tries to lure
it
Odysseus
was Zeus,
from...
I think. Go ahead.
What'd you say?
I think it was Zeus, but go ahead.
Did you want to change that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I can.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. We'll give you that one if it's Zeus. Which creature tries to lure Odysseus from his ship with the beautiful singing, the sirens, the harpies, the gorgons, the fates?
I don't know. Poseidon?
Who?
Poseidon?
No, that wasn't even one
Oh.
of the sirens, the harpies,
oh.
the gorgons, or the fates.
Gorgons. I don't know. Jeez. I
What
don't know.
what is Icarus famous for? Stealing
Icarus?
fire from the gods, opening a box of all the world's evils, flying too close to the sun, or fighting in the Trojan War?
Flying too close to the sun.
Thank you, Jude or Iron Maiden. Helen of Troy was famously so beautiful that her face could what? Make men cry. Look good even when she had just woken up. Shine brighter than the sun or launch 1,000 ships.
Launch 1,000 ships.
Which creature lived in King Minos' maze? A sea serpent, a two-headed giant, the Minotaur, or a Cyclops?
I have no clue. Is Cyclops? No.
Who was tricked into marrying Hades? Demeter, Persephone, Juno, or Penelope?
I have no clue. I'm Juno. I'm guessing at all these. Where'd you find this?
The witch circle turns Odysseus' men into what animal? Toads, donkeys, eagles, or pigs?
Donkeys.
What happened if you looked into the eyes of the Gorgon Medusa? You turn to stone. You get a really bad headache. You turn into Gorgon. You get an erection.
Turn to stone.
I added the get the erection thing because it D was nothing. I knew you wouldn't pick it. How many labors
It would be a rock hard erection.
How many labors did Hercules have to perform? 6, 8, 10, or 12?
12. I don't know.
Last question. Which of these describes the myth of Orpheus and what is this? Eurydice? Eurydice. Eurydice sits and weaves at her loom waiting for Orpheus to return. Orpheus is in love with... That's the first one, I'm sorry. Number 2, Orpheus is in love with her, which angers his mother, Aphrodite. Aphrodite, whatever fuck it is. Number 3, Orpheus goes to the underworld to fetch back his wife. Or Orpheus tries to win her hand by defeating a monster terrorizing her city. Don't ask me to repeat any of them, motherfuckers.
The first one.
You're going with the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Evan.
I need to study up.
Yeah, because you got 50%, Evan. But we're going to check that first one and see
I'm
if that...
surprised I got 50.
No, you were right with the question. The narcissist...
Narcissism makes sense.
Yeah.
It totally makes sense.
You got that one right. The Gorgons were the ones that lured Odysseus' men from the ship. Flying too close to the sun, you got that one. Launch 1,000 ships, you got that one. It wasn't a Cyclops, it was the Minotaur that
I was
lived
going to change my answer to that.
in the maze. Persephone was the one tricked into marrying Hades. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I don't think you are. Persephone?
Yeah, Persephone. The witch circle turned them into pigs, not donkeys. You got the...
I was going to change to that. I thought about that, and I'm like, I think it's pigs, not donkeys.
You got the...
I just never studied any of this. But now I kind of want to. I don't know. Maybe I want to get like a Cliff Notes version of.
I got 9 out of 10.
I'm impressed.
This is the one that you got right that I actually missed. I thought it was 10 labors that Hercules had to perform. It was 12. Evan, you got that one correct. You also got Medusa turns you into stone.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to the goes to the underworld to fetch back his wife. So Orpheus does. So there you go. All right. Evan with 50%. I walked away with 90%.
I'm embarrassed. I failed.
I kind of want to do what time is it? I kind of want to do this one because I know you were not huge into the hair bands. And I kind of want...
Yeah, I was, but I mean, I got sick of them pretty quick. I mean, they all got kind of pretty much the same.
Okay, well, this is 10... I'll read the lyrics. You tell me the name of the band. We'll see what you get. I got 100% on this. See if you can match me. Who sings this one? I listen to our favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ say loves a game of easy come and easy go. Is that Poison, Motley Crue, Rat, or the Scorpions?
Oh, I know the song, but all of a sudden I'm not placing it. So when you hear it completely, when someone...
Yeah,
I want to say it's Scorpions.
Okay. Well, we got to hurry, Evan. We got time limit here.
Okay, go ahead with Scorpions. What were the first two options, though?
Poison and Motley Crue.
With Motley Crue. It wasn't Poison. Okay, we'll go Scorpions.
Okay. I carry my crucifix under my death list, forward my mail to me in hell. Is that Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses, or Motley Crue?
I don't know that line.
Liars and the
Motley Crue.
martyrs lost faith in the Father, long lost in the wishing well.
And what are the band options again?
Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, Guns N' Roses, and Motley Crue.
Motley Crue. Man.
What big-haired quartet did this one? I screamed my heart out just to make a dime, and with that dime I bought your love, but now I've changed my mind. Is that going to be Scorpions, Cinderella Warrant, or L.A. Guns?
Warrant, I'm guessing. I don't know that one. Jeez.
Who
If I heard
sings
the
this?
song, I could tell you.
Oh my
That's
God!
just hearing
I
it.
got 100% on this, Evan, and you're not getting 100. I'm telling you that now. I ain't seen
Oh,
the
no.
sun since I don't know when. The freaks come out at 9, and it's 20 till 10. What's this funk that you call junk? To me, it's just monkey business. Is that Quiet Riot, Twisted Sister, White Snake, or Skid Row?
Skid Row. Yeah, what's this shade where you've got it made? Yeah.
What
To me, it's
band
just
did this
monkey
one?
business.
What band did this one, Evan? Out on the streets, that's where we meet. You make the night, I always cross the line. Is that Rat, Skid Row, Scorpions, or Poison?
It's Rat.
The wolf is hungry, he runs the show, he's licking his lips, he's ready to win. On the
Duran
hunt,
Duran.
huh?
Duran Duran.
Shotgun Messiah, Quiet Riot, Def Leppard, or Scorpions? Evan.
What? Give me the bands again.
Shotgun Messiah, Quiet Riot, Def Leppard, or Scorpions?
Give me the song again. I gotta hear it.
The wolf is hungry, he runs the show, he's licking.
Scorpions. Scorpions.
I was gonna say, Evan.
I was getting it crossed with another song. Yeah, okay.
What band released this one, Evan? Oh, let's go, let's strike a light. We're gonna blow like dynamite. I don't care if it takes all night. Gonna set this town alight. Was that Poison, Def Leppard, Twisted Sister, or Van Halen?
It was Def Leppard.
I love early Def Leppard. I love
Yeah,
them.
early stuff.
Their first two albums are probably the best.
Yeah.
You can't forget me, baby. Don't try to lie. You'll never leave me, mama. So don't try. I'll be a gambler, baby. Lay down the bet. We get something, mama, you'll sweat. Is that Bon Jovi, Whitesnake, Warrant, or Kiss?
I don't know. Let's go. Let's go White Snake. It's probably Kiss though. I don't know. I'm going White Snake. I don't know.
Well, I'm an axe grinder, pile driver. Mother says that I never mind her.
Quiet Riot.
Got no brains. These are really hard not to sing to, and I'm trying to just keep a straight. But this is Al and the Nightly News.
If you sang it, it would help me. I would get the. I would.
I
kinda
know,
get
that's why
the-
I'm trying not to.
Just hearing the lyrics sometimes is
It's
just
hard.
completely out of
Yeah.
context. It's, completely tough.
Turn it down, you say. Well, all I got to say to you is time and time again, I say no, 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 no. Tell me not to play. Winger, Twisted Sister, Guns N' Roses, or Striper?
I don't know. Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
I don't know that one. Wow, these are hard when you. Because a lot of times I just don't listen to lyrics, you know, especially a lot of just hair band songs. It's all the same kind of shit, you know. Unless you're talking about some band like Tool or something, you're like, oh,
Your score is 6 out of 10, Evan. You scored 60%. Let's go to the ones you missed. Who sings I Listen to Our Favorite Song? Playing on the radio. Hear the DJ said loves a game of easy
Okay,
come and easy go.
I know it.
And I wonder
Is Bon
if I
Jovi?
ever felt every
Oh,
rose.
Poison. Fuck.
I can't believe you
Poison.
missed that
Poison. I
one.
missed that. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I totally missed that. I'm embarrassed.
I screamed my heart out just to make a dime, and with that dime I bought you love. But now I've changed my mind. Not your fool, Cinderella.
Cinderella. I thought of that. I didn't like that, man. I didn't like that guy's voice. I couldn't stand him dance around in his prom dress. It just, man, whatever the fuck that dude was on stage wearing. It was so glam. It was the end of hair band when Cinderella came around, and it was
Uh,
bad glam.
I don't know. The
It was
chick in that
processed
video was
songs and
very, very hot.
yeah, but that it was just such processed hairband stuff. That's why I hated that stuff. It just got so
Hey,
overdone.
yeah. And you missed number 8, which was a Kiss song instead of White Snake. You can't forget me, baby. Don't try to try.
Uh, it was Kiss. I
Yes.
know never listened to anything besides what was may have been played on the radio.
Turn it down, you say. Well, all I got to say to you is time and time again. I said, no, 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 no. Tell me not to play. Oh, I gotta sing it. Go. Twisted Sister.
Oh gosh, see, I haven't listened to that since I was like 14 years
Well,
old, man. That's like 40 years almost since I.
Vicky said, Vicky in the chat room says, Evan, I'm so proud of you for not getting these cringe songs.
I know. I don't know how to feel about all this.
Uh, I kind of am too. I'm kind of upset I got 100%. I was like,
Um,
but I mean, I don't know. I played a lot of music, so I did 80s nights and shit like that. So
it just yeah, the '80s to me, like the '90s, brought in such great bands. I mean, you had
yep.
Rage Against the Machine and Tool, Chili Peppers, all kinds of bands came in the '90s, and just the '80s just I don't know. Like I said, the hair bands just got so saturated. I got tired of it. '80s just weren't a great period of my life, and I just like to forget them. It's like worst decade of my life, and I just the music, the cheese that went along with it just didn't help. But anyway,
Right, right, right. Well,
that's my problem, I think.
okay, here we go, man. I just my mom listened to almost everything. So she got me into that a lot early. So I never like took I was never that guy that was like, oh, I'll just listen to rock music or I'll just listen to country music and I've always listened to a little bit of everything, but I did get into the hair band stuff. But
I
one
did too.
band that I think gets I don't really consider Guns N' Roses. I think they kind of killed hair bands.
They were more metal, and they kind of came on the scene, and they brought back the really
Grungy
guitar riff
guitar. Yeah.
grit, and they kind of helped. It was yeah, when that came out, Welcome to the Jungle. That was it probably it kind of set the stage as the death of hair
I
bands.
think
Yeah,
so too. I think so too. And then it was just a couple years later that like Nirvana and that West Coast
grunge.
grunge, Northwest Coast was coming in, and
Hmm.
it killed it. You know.
Soundgarden
Yeah.
and yeah, your Nirvana, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam. Unfortunately, yeah.
I was
What's
one.
the band? Screaming Trees is this band that never got their their place, and they were right there with the other Seattle bands. But man, Screaming Trees, check them out sometime. Great stuff from back in the day. Um, I think a band that got lumped in with hair bands and it shouldn't have was Tesla.
Yeah, yeah. Tesla's not a hair band at all.
They were straightforward, just rock
Rock.
and roll.
Yeah.
They were a good band,
Yep.
and they really weren't. But they got lumped in with the hair band genre, but they really weren't.
And some of
Good
them,
band.
well, it's like the first Poison album. I remember my stepdad turning it over and was like, "Oh, the Ricky Rocket looks like a chick on there,
Hmm.
like a good-looking chick that I'd probably ask out." So,
Well, I mean, look at Motley Crue, "Shout at the Devil" album and all
oh
that.
yeah,
The pictures in there, you're like, what? That? I mean, they look like chicks.
yeah, they kind of did. They kind of
it,
did.
and so by the time Poison came along, it was like I've already seen this before. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Anyway, Evan, we gotta we'll go about 10 minutes more. So we do have we it's 8:55 already.
Yeah. Wow.
So we do have some news of the weird from Reddit today. So naked man nabbed by police after doing a cannonball in the giant aquarium at the Bass Pro Shop in Alabama, Evan.
Totally worth it.
I think so. Is he a hero or a criminal? I
He's
don't.
both.
I don't think he should have went naked because there was probably kids in there, you know, and they're gonna be, oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is he a
So
hero? Yes. Is he a criminal? Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes
Also
heroes
yes.
break the laws, you know.
And you do, I would not go sit in my fish tank. There's pH levels and stuff you have to keep. So, I think when they
Yeah.
go in there to clean it, they wear suits and shit like that. So, funny
Yeah, I don't
story,
recommend
but he
it,
shouldn't have done it. Mark, good one. Mark Hoffman in the chat room says he sounds like he made a bass hole out of himself. Yeah, he kind of did. He should have left his underwear off or on.
He wanted the full water enema effect.
This one, a mountain of used clothes appeared in Chile's desert. Then it went up in flames.
Hmm.
They just threw a bunch of clothes out there, and
Oh, I've read like all the clothes that go like that don't get picked up by like Goodwill and all that. They get shipped overseas and they get sorted and they use them for something. They must have just taken all of them and burnt the rest. It's just, yeah, they dump in other countries.
hold on, Evan. I can bring you up a picture of this so you can see this because this is. I thought, oh, okay, it ain't that bad, but no, Evan, this is
There's
a
that tire
pile.
fire.
There's a car right
Mhm.
there. That's it. That's like a big truck or an SUV. So look at that mountain of clothes.
Wow. And they set this on fire?
I guess so.
Okay, where's that tire? There's a bunch of tires in Kuwait. There are a mountain of tires that are burning and they just can't put it out and they think it's going to burn for years.
Well, yeah.
And I was watching, I think in Pennsylvania, there's a town that's deserted because they're
There's a fire
they're,
underneath from a coal mine.
yes, their landfill, they set their landfill on fire and it caught the coal under the ground
Yeah.
on fire and it's keeps creeping and growing and they say it's going to burn for like 100 years. They don't know. The whole town is deserted and it just smokes comes up from the ground.
Uh,
What do you do?
Here's this one, Evan, and I'm trying to see where this is from. It's from CNN, but I don't know but two stray dogs caused more than $350,000 in damage at a car dealership.
Could see that. What'd they do? Just jump up on the car and scratch
Jumping up, there's one guy that's one dog that is like trying to pull off the front bumper. Oh,
It might be hard to tell by this
oh,
interaction,
I
but
don't want to
Dasher
play
here
that.
can
Go.
rip a car bumper clean off with his.
Yep. So Dasher,
I've seen dogs rip plastic bumpers off.
God dang it. I hate CNN. They try to clickbait you when you go from a third party website. But anyway, yeah, he pulled the bumper cover off about 7 of them.
Oh, damn.
So, radio reporter fired over comedy act reinstated after arbitrator said he finds his jokes funny. He shouldn't have been fired anyway. Come on, if you don't like something, turn it off.
Comedy's it's a thin line. It's a double-edged sword.
I'm not watching shit I say. We do this for fun. We have fun with it. It's comedy. I'm not saying I'm a comedian. I'm not saying you're a comedian. But we do stupid news stories. We make fun of them. It's comedy.
Yeah.
So
and we could say the wrong thing, and there's nothing to sue because both of us don't have any money. So it's it works for everyone.
Mexican cartel forces locals to pay for makeshift Wi-Fi under the threat of death.
Wow.
It's not funny, but I mean, if we know this, well, I don't know. And did you see the judge in Las Vegas who was attacked?
Yes, he was she was about to give the sentence or the jail sentence. And he didn't want to go to prison. He was like, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
Now you really are.
So Evan, you know
for sure.
one thing that the Al from D-Town and Chili442 show is well known for is I think, broke the story of the chess player that was cheating with vibrating anal beads.
Yeah, that'll always go down as our biggest story.
I think we broke it. And I mean, it was like 2 weeks later, you started seeing it in mainstream media. And, nobody was talking about it. And then this little show, I don't know. I'm still waiting for my Pulitzer. But anyway, I think we might have broken another Chinese chess player who lost his title after defecating in a bathtub on an online stream. I shit you not, Evan. This story right here.
It disqualified him, huh?
Yeah. Believe it or not, they said
Illegal movement.
He was a 48-year-old man who defeated his rivals, pocketed the money, went out to drink and celebrate, and upon returning to the hotel, he decided to take a number 2 in the bathtub. What if he was puking? And he felt it. Do you pull it? I mean, but I guess taping it wasn't probably a good idea.
Negative.
It's not illegal. So
anyway, he was disqualified from the chess tournament.
But things get complicated because inside their gift, the hotel says they found a remote control anal massage device. And if you follow chess news, this is not news to you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wow, another one.
We might have another one. We might have another one, Evan.
The length that these cheaters will go to.
These chess players are fucking insane hardcore. They will do anything to win. Now,
this news wrecked them.
Now, did you know that a trailer for a slasher film featuring a masked killer dressed as Mickey Mouse was released on the January 1st, the day that Disney's copyright on the earliest versions of the cartoon character expired in the US. So right now they're and they also wanted,
Bootleg?
it sounds like they want to do a video game, a new Mickey inspired horror video game showing the rodent covered with blood stains also dropped on the same day.
So they're bootlegging the image because they can, because the copyright ran out on it?
Yeah. In fact,
Oh, they have to copyright each image? I guess they do.
I guess so. So we can probably I have a picture. I will show up. It is a screenshot from the film, Evan. I don't know what it's called. And it doesn't say. It doesn't say the name of the.
Wow.
So there you go. Mickey Mouse has no copyright.
Looks like he's gone the way of the Joker.
I wonder if he can do like a. We need to find somebody that can do a Mickey Mouse impression. Hey, fuckers. Welcome to AlfromDtown&Chili442 show.
Wonder how they got away with it on South Park. That was pretty good when they had Mickey Mouse. He was the ringleader.
Pastor
he was
accused.
mean.
Yeah, right. Here's a pastor accused of trying to throw a cook into a deep fryer at a McDonald's for disrespecting his wife.
Dang.
Now, Evan.
Deep fryer?
Yeah.
That's attempted murder. I mean, you can kill somebody.
Yeah. Let's see. We're going to run over and check Dave, see if he's got anything new. No, Dave. I think Dave always took about a month off after the first of the year. So, yeah, we
can only wait.
yeah. So we'll get back to Dave, and so no bozo criminal of the day. That's going to do it for news. But we were talking when we first started about this Cat Williams thing. Now, I don't know too much about it. I know I've seen it all over Facebook.
Did you watch the video? Whatever. What's the guy's name? The football player, Shannon.
Shannon
something or other?
Sharp? Is that Shannon Sharp?
Yeah. Did you watch that?
No,
that interview?
I guess I'll have to.
I was. Yeah. I'm surprised. I don't know where this kind of came from. That all of a sudden he wants to go on a show and just start. Just. He pulled the truth. I mean, he called out Steve Harvey. He called out somebody else for stealing jokes, and he was absolutely right. That's been proven. I don't understand. About 10 years ago, Cat Williams kind of, in one of his comedy routines, he was saying things about going to parties where these ultra elites were at and seeing things happening behind closed doors and things that really disturb him. He said some things, and after that, he kind of got his pee-pee slapped. You know what I mean? He started getting arrested for this and arrested for other things, picked up on these things. When they want to go after you, and they can make your life hell. You remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that.
And then he did a comedy routine a couple years ago. There was a special, and he really kind of cleaned up his act, and he talked about how you don't mess with the powers that be.
Well, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And now here he is a couple years later, and all of a sudden he's talking about this, and he says that they offered him a part of some movie, and Harvey Weinstein said, "I will suck your dick." He's laying some claims, about some things, and yeah, and I was just like, wow, this dude has got some. I hope he doesn't have a suicide.
Yeah, yeah, no shit, man.
I don't
tell
get
you
where
what,
it's coming from all of a sudden that he's, is it like he's just angry old comic that he's not getting his his due? Because he does his Netflix specials, and all that jazz, and he writes shit for stuff, but.
He's.
But
I don't know.
you,
I almost want to go and watch that interview because I can't really comment on something that I really
oh
don't.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah, I was just surprised that I'm like, where is this coming from? Why all of a sudden is he starting to call these people out? I mean,
Huh.
calling out Steve Harvey cracked me up. I mean, he makes fun of Steve Harvey. I've never been a fan of Steve Harvey. He overacts everything, you know. And you watch that whatever the what's the show?
Uh,
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Oh my gosh, somebody makes a comment and he's just got to stand there, make a goofy face and ham it up and it's like, "Come on, dude, you're not that funny." He tries to overdo everything. I can't stand him. So, it's funny him getting called out, but it's not going to hurt his career any, you know.
No, no. Well, I heard Kevin Hart had some things to say about him, but like I said, I don't know. We might touch on this a little bit next week
Okay.
for the
Yeah,
simple.
the only thing with Kevin Hart, he was like Kevin Hart. He came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, he's been in Hollywood a year, and he's got a show and this and that wasn't true. He'd been around
He's been,
Hollywood. He'd
yeah,
worked his way for a long
Kevin
time.
Hart. And Kevin Hart started as a stand-up comic. See, that's what I just kind of wonder. That's why I want to listen to it before I can say anything about it, because I mean,
I got you.
that's just me. I don't want to judge the dude before I see it, and I wish I knew that you knew about it because I would have watched it earlier. But we'll we'll
Oh, it
we'll touch on
all
it.
weekend. All weekend it just seemed
I
to pop
know,
up
I
everything
know.
and so I watched that interview and I'm like, oh man, dude, wow, you better be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, this has been another fun show. I think it went really good. I think it was a lot of fun. We had, fun with the
I'd do it
list.
again.
Yeah, and we really hope you guys enjoy it. Our numbers have been growing a little bit at a time, and we love that. So, to the new listeners, thank you. We appreciate you. To our old listeners that have been listening since day one, you guys are the reason we keep doing it. And as long as we keep growing, we'll keep doing it. And maybe one day we'll even get a little bit better production. I'll sit down and, I know my studio's going to be changing soon. So I'm really excited for that.
Maybe I'll get a green screen.
I don't know, man. I think I want to do mine like put my fish tank behind me and shit again.
Hmm. All right.
But yeah, well, I don't know. We'll figure something out. But then me and Evan are going to plan a weekend before March and get together and do a live show up at the Peoria Heights studio up in the mountains of Peoria, Illinois. You got to take a trolley car to get to fucking Evan's house. It's like gated security, guys with light machine guns running around.
It's just a steep hill that's enough to scare most people, and that's good enough.
Yeah, no shit. Especially in the winter. Did they
Yeah.
ever get that other road where you can go around? Did they get that
Mm,
done?
no, there's been nothing done. I mean, there
Oh
is an
my
escape
God.
route out the back, but yeah, you got the hill in and out, and mostly I think we're supposed to get a big snow Tuesday, and we don't have anything planned, and that's nice. If you don't have to leave, you don't
Yeah.
have to leave. But I guess they're talking about this big snowmageddon coming on Tuesday. I've been watching the Doppler, and I don't see it happening, but I could be wrong.
Well, they're saying that they're moving it to the weekend now. I mean, it's still Tuesday where it's iffy. I'm hearing 1 to 3, and now I'm hearing like an inch. So that won't be bad. But I heard this weekend they're supposed to be up to 8 to 10 inches is what is forecasted right now in the future. So we'll see what happens.
All right, yeah, we'll see.
But
Nothing we can
hopefully,
do about it.
yeah, hopefully the internet don't go out.
Yeah, and the heat.
Right, and the heat. We'll be bundled up and shit. But anyway, gang, we love you. Thank you so much. We're at 105 shows that we're getting ready to conclude on, and man, it's been an absolute fun doing this with my best friend every week. And Evan, tell him bye.
I think you already said everything, but yeah, everyone, thanks for joining us. I hope you had fun tonight, and I hope you have a good week. And don't wreck your car in the snow. If you don't have to leave the house, don't do it.
That's right. Hey, we love you. Peace. Be good to one another. It is the Al from D-Town and Chili 442 show. Peace.
Later.